What's cracking, fam? It's your boy Unc No Punk. Unc No Punk with another short one just for you, fam. This is gonna be a tragic one, but an expected one. This is about Kim Potter, the female cop that killed Daunte Wright. Shot him, mistaking her gun as a taser. You know what I'm saying? The young brother, she even tried to, how I'm saying, even say what direction the car was going. It's like all her police workers just went out the window once that shot fired. Bow, you know. She said, I hit him. She dropped to her knees, started crying. Said, I'm going to jail. Right? Put it like this here, fam. This lady here, Kim Potter, she seems like she's a nice lady. You know, she's a nice lady, even though she made a bad decision, right? You can look at this lady. She's like a grandma, you know what I'm saying? A little roly-poly grandma, little big cakes and things on Sundays for the kiddies. You know what I'm saying? She does not fit the appearance of a police officer. She should not have been a police officer. We see how she just broke down. She just dropped to her knees. She broke down, you know what I'm saying? Like she had no kind of training. Maybe some kind of real small town, I don't know, but still, if you have a badge, you're carrying a weapon, you have some kind of training. You know, and it looks like she didn't have it. Inside the courtroom, no. She says she speaks to the family in the courtroom and gives her apologies. And we know when someone makes an apology, like when Jim Rogan made an apology this week, everybody's like, oh, it sounds fake, this and that. Yes, because that's something different. That's a word, right? But this is a life that she took. And it seems like she is very sorry this happened. You know, it was a mistake. You can say shit happened, and it'll sound harsh, but shit happens, fam. Shit happens. But I still say she deserved more time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she don't deserve no time. You know what I'm saying? Just because your grandma looking there crying and all the sympathy stuff here that you should get over. You know, now it's the simple fact because you are because of that. You are a police officer, and that should not have happened, right? But the verdict we see, she got sentenced to 2 years. She got 58 days, you know, that she have done already, sitting beside some. That's gonna knock it down to 22 months, right? And it says she must do like 85% of 10 months to break it down. Boom. So it's gonna be about 16 to 18 months. She's gonna sit in jail. And you know, goddamn, what ain't gonna let nothing happen to her. So they're gonna put inside a little VIP wing. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take care of the grandma looking lady. And I hope they do so nobody don't know stab up some kind of inside the jail, you know what I'm saying? But the judge went, I don't know what's going on with these judges now. We see what on the Rittenhouse guy there, who, you know what I'm saying, how the judge is like, goddamn, sucking on little Rittenhouse, little pee-wee. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, what Rittenhouse got over there. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of a scene from The Empire when Lucius was locked up. They won't let him go. They won't give him no bail. Lucius got his lawyer. They found some kind of freaky ass picture of the judge with balls in his mouths and shit, and bitches strap-ons and wild shit. And gave to the judge. The judge was like, "Oh shit," and let him free. And then when I see this Rittenhouse stuff, you know what I'm saying? I was got some kind of porn on the judge, some kind of crazy shit, Kent child porn. Don't know, but this judge here. An Asian judge, I don't know her name, Ching, that, you know what I'm saying? She was real, she had lots of sympathy for the officer. She did talking so soft and gentle, like she about to go in bed and get stroked. Nice and gentle, like she had a bottle of wine, sounding sexy, I must say that too, you know what I'm saying? She was like breaking it down, like, they do this there. She's a pillar of the community, everything like this. That's not no discussion about that. No one's saying that she's not what it is. We talk about the crime. Young man is dead. You know what I'm saying? His kid will never see his father again. He has a woman, mother, father, everything is going. They don't see him. But now you want to get slaved about fucking 16 months inside jail over killing this man? 16 months. No, they could at least said 5. No, if they do the sentence out with, you know what I'm saying, gave about 2.5, let it come out, slide out. Most might would have said somebody like, it probably been a little better. But 2, fuck him. Like, fuck Daunte, right? 2 years. I was like, man, that's some crazy ass shit there. Now, what you expect the people out there, if from the black people there, how they gonna react? How they feeling? Huh? We must see a trial going on. But one of the citizens murdered. I don't know if they were doing wrong, what the hell it was, but no one deserves to get shot. Violation shit there. But check out the judge. She sounds real soft. If it was up to the judge, really, I bet she probably let us go free without no time. Check out.
3 of the 4 would not be served in this case. Incapacitation refers to removal of a convicted person to prevent them from committing future crimes. That is not an issue. Kimberly Potter does not present a danger of crimes, obviously. Deterrence refers to the prevention of future crime, and those who have committed crimes will be discouraged from reoffending after experiencing punishment. That purpose would not be served here. Rehabilitation is also that would justify incarceration in this case. Ms. Potter does not require rehabilitation to become a law-abiding citizen.
Now, it tries. Now, they're using everything saying why she should not be incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Why she should not be incarcerated. But the crime, it's manslaughter 1. Manslaughter 1 is a minimum sentence and a maximum sentence there. Not even the minimum. You know what I'm saying? They make it sound so easy, like let her go find any reason, like, oh, she goes to church, oh, she kiddies, some shit there, she volunteers and all this other shit. What that? Her pulling that trigger. I'm not saying she meant to do it, but still, it was a murder. Man, check her more.
Retribution, or serving time as a way for a convicted to pay for the harm inflicted on a victim, is the sole purpose that applies in this case. In this case, a young man was killed because Officer Potter was reckless.
Oh, you seen that shit there? He said Daunte was killed because Kim Potter officer was reckless. But she said she's fucking stuttered. She said she didn't want to say reckless. What she's supposed to read out there? Saying, come on now. They don't want her to go to jail for no reason at all. They don't give a goddamn. Don't make any kind of make anything free.
Rightfully should be some accountability.
And this goddamn judge too much. It should be some accountability. Some accountability. You see how they downplay every goddamn thing? Huh? Everything. If it's a black kill some little white kid, you wouldn't hear nothing like that. You see what happened to the what's that dude there? He wasn't no African American, but he was a Somalian American or some shit in Minneapolis. When he shot that that white lady, she's Canadian, Australian, shot her. She called the cops. She come run on the road, but some shit happened. Boom, he popped her. You see how fast they sends that motherfucker? He probably still locked up in prison. You know what I'm saying? Still locked up in prison. So this a Black History Month lesson for you Negroids out there. That your life don't mean shit here.
Sentencing guidelines that. They are guidelines that inform a judge regarding sentencing for various crimes. They are not set in. The court has the discretion to depart from guidelines depending on the particular facts of a case.
Now, what she's telling you is like what I said before. For every case there, like manslaughter, when there's a minimum sentence and a maximum sentence, she's telling you right now that she as a judge, she could break that minimum sentence down from, say, example, 10 years to what her discretion is. Like right now, fucking 2 years, fam. See how they do that shit there? How they change the laws and twist it for that. You gotta watch them Asians stuff. And tell you about them Asians, I'm telling you.
A downward durational departure is justified if a crime is less onerous than typical. Put another way, if the conduct is significantly serious than that typically involved in the commission of the crime, sentencing below the guidelines is justified. I find the facts and circumstances here justify a downward departure from the guidelines. First, Officer Potter's conduct was significantly less than your typical manslaughter case. The misdemeanor predicate for the manslaughter count was reckless handling or use of a firearm. Here, everybody agrees, and the evidence is undisputed, that Officer Potter never intended to use her firearm. She mistakenly drew her firearm at all times, intending to use her taser. There were police officers and experts who testified that the use of her taser was reasonable and appropriate under the circumstances presented for officer safety reasons.
No, this pig panicked. Pig panicked. You know what I'm saying? Look at, oh man, come on. This little Roy Police, she shouldn't be no goddamn cop. She's about goddamn 80 pounds overweight. So they have physicals every year. You know how physicals, see how they can do things, these cops? There's no way she could pass a goddamn physical. She should have not been on the damn police force. You know what I'm saying? She's a mental wreck. Crying always. That's what they always do. They start crying. White tears. All you got to do is that courtroom start that crying. Like I say for the Rittenhouse dude there. He was crying his ass off. Boy, he needs some acting lessons. I told him he needs to go down to the Spike Lee workshop, you know what I'm saying, and get some acting lessons. He was standing up. It was so goddamn scripted. You can see this shit. It was real fucking disgusting. He crying. Like he can't stand up. Like some kind of shaking thing happened to him. I ain't seen not one goddamn tear drop that little punk eyes out of the whole goddamn trial. No. Or he'll grab the face of everyone. Once, as I said, white tears. Once the little white little national kid start crying, everyone jumps to him. Oh, it reminds me of something with I think what's his name? He did a skit. What's the young boy from Brooklyn, man? He was at Clarkson Walmart. I can get his goddamn name right now, but he's one of my favorite actors. He said the same thing, you know. It was a skit where his uncle came back from Vietnam, got his leg blowed off, you know, but he was a real asshole, right? But then he said the grandma came out, she was crying and shit. Then once grandma crying, everyone started crying. The same goddamn scenario with the here inside this courtroom with the white people there. Once they start crying, you don't give a goddamn about no black tears. Black people there, they be crying, hollering, hollering. Don't say a goddamn thing. They tell them, shut your ass up. You're a Negroid, shut up. You know, shut your goddamn mouth. We hold you in contempt and all that shit there. They don't give a goddamn about their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure not.
The fact she never intended to draw her firearm makes this case less serious than other cases. Second, the scene was chaotic, tense, and rapidly evolving. Officer Potter was required to make a split-second judgment. That constitutes a mitigating circumstance. Finally, unlike other manslaughter 1 cases, Officer Potter's actions were not driven by personal animosity toward Daunte Wright. Instead, she was acting in the line of duty in effectuating a lawful arrest. This case is highly unusual. The other officer cases tried in this court are distinguishable. This is not a cop found guilty of murder for using his knee to pin down a person for 9.5 minutes as he gasped for air. This is not a cop found guilty of manslaughter for intentionally drawing his firearm and shooting across his partner and killing an unarmed woman who approached his squad. This is a cop who made a tragic mistake. She drew her firearm thinking it was a taser and ended up killing a young man. Ms. Potter, will you please rise? Given all these considerations and having carefully considered the comments of the family and of both Daunte Wright and the comments of Kimberly Potter, as well as the arguments of counsel, it is the sentence and judgment of this court that you shall be committed to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 24 months. You shall serve 2/3 of that time, or 16 months in prison, and 1/3 on supervised release, assuming no disciplinary offenses or conditional release violations. You have credit for 58 days already served. Restitution will be reserved. There'll be a fine of $1,000 and a surcharge of $78 to be taken prison wages or due within 180 days. You must provide a DNA sample. You may not use or possess any firearms, ammunition, or you have the right to appeal the conviction and sentence. If you are unable to pay the cost of an appeal, you may apply for leave at state expense by contacting the state public defender.
Enough of that shit. Like, and fam, she got a sweet deal. A sweet deal. I'm saying a sweet ass deal. 16 goddamn months. 16 months for murder. For murder. Like I said before, I damn sure believe she didn't mean. Like I said before, she does not. Well, she shouldn't have been on the police force. You can look at this lady here, man. She's not a police material, to put it that way. You know, the way she broke down, the way she's crying, but to see inside the courtroom, I'm sure y'all seen it there, how she's talking to the family, things like that. And like I say, sometimes people make apologies and it sounds sincere. And I really do believe that this lady Kim Potter is real sincere in her apology. What happened, you know, it was something that shouldn't have happened, that did happen. She did not do it intentionally. Yes, but I still believe the sentence was too extra light there. Too light there. Ching Lee, the Asian goddamn judge, talk sexy ass voice, giving her she broke down the minimum sentence. It's under her discretion because she's a judge. She can do that. You know what I'm saying? They looked out. They did anything that was legal to keep this lady out of prison. They thought of every goddamn thing. They would never do that shit for no black person. I've never seen nothing like that. All the sympathy that these judges are giving. And even when remember that cop, she's in jail now trying to get out of prison now on appeal, shot the brother, walked inside his apartment, kills him. Huh? We seen that one too. The judge there, the black judge, you know what I'm saying? About what kind of white, black, whatever. They're all pieces of shit to me. right? But I'm saying she was getting real sympathy, broke out the not one goddamn tear came out that little stringy ass bitch eyes. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, they set that shit up. That dude there, one house. You know, like the first second was that door open up, it's not your house. You know, so you gonna see a picture in the wall, furniture, in the goddamn thing. She walks in the house and talks to him. You know, like I question him and then shoots him. I tell you before, that black dude was fucking that white girl. He was fucking that white cop. You know what I'm saying? Something happened. Something happened. She would eliminate that motherfucker. Something was the reason why she wanted to kill him. And that's what the fuck she did. She killed that man. He was fucking her. They got any kind of his phone, text. They can look on his phone. I bet you text messages, phone calls, everything to that pig. He was fucking that goddamn pig. That's why she killed him. You don't walk inside someone's house and sit there talking like you don't know what house you in. She must be on kick. That they said really good urine off that bitch. She must be some goddamn drugs. But she wasn't high on drugs. She just came up from work. You know what I'm saying? She might got a little buzz on that work, but she was like coming home trash, real messed up and bad. For her to know she could walk inside the house. You know, brothers' houses usually look a little more different than white people's. You know what I'm saying? You might got some kind of Malcolm X poster, some goddamn shit, or President Magumbo, where the hell this dude came from, some shit there. And she ain't see nothing. You know, also shoots him and kills him. Fam, he was fucking that bitch. Definitely. But anyway, fam, with this Kim Potter verdict here, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Hey, it's a sad situation here, but it is what it is. And I'm out, fam. Peace.